All right, got a hot take for you, Nick. So this song, "Victorious March," in my opinion, is one of the greatest metal songs ever written.
Okay.
This
Okay.
song, from start to finish, does not miss a fucking beat. The changes in the riffs has to be like the best transition that they have ever done, and in my opinion, I think this is a perfect song.
We are on the Crusher. I
Okay?
want to say that this album is a near perfect album, in my opinion. This is up there with one of my all time favorite Amon Amarth albums. This fucking album needs to be in the Smithsonian on how to do groove fucking death metal, dude. I absolutely adore this fucking album from start to finish. Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? It's been too long since we've been on this program doing what we love to do, talking about all things hard rock, heavy metal, and all things in between. This, of course, is Riffs Reloaded. I am your host, Nick. On the other side there is Willie. What's up, dude?
What's going on, man? We're back at it.
Like a crack addict, dude. It's been too long since we were last at this. We have some things going on, some vacations and whatnot that we had to take care of, but we're back with a brand new episode here tonight. We are going to do a career retrospect on one of the greatest melodic death metal, Viking metal, whatever the hell you want to call them, bands of all time. We are, of course, talking about Sweden's very own Amon Amarth, and we're going to kick it off talking with their first three albums here on this program, and then we're going to do subsequently three albums each episode afterwards until we get to their latest album. But Willie, it's going to be interesting to see the changes over the years of Amon Amarth and just the overall expansion of not only them as musicians but their discography. Man, one of the greatest death metal bands of all time, really.
Yeah, man, you hit the nail on the coffin there. Just like you said, every third after the third album, they take a shift in sound. So I thought it was a really good idea to break this up into four parts because they have a total of 12 albums. So each episode we're gonna do four parts. Each episode will be three albums each, and it's just really curious how their sound evolved after every third album and why it happened to be like that. Because it seems like every time, every after third album, it just fucking changed. But yeah, I'm curious to see your take on the first three albums here, and yeah, I can't wait, man.
Yeah, it's going to be a really good retrospect here, just like we did with Megadeth. And if you haven't already, go back into the archives here and check out our career retrospect on the great Megadeth. And speaking of Megadeth, Willie, before we jump right into the Amon Amarth topic here, Megadeth, man, putting out a brand new last ever record here in just a matter of weeks. Coming up, and they're calling it quits after that. No more albums. They're going to tour the world a couple more times over, and that's going to be at a Megadeth. But they did put out a brand new single since the last time that we were on, called "I Don't Care." And for me, it was a very punkish vibe, a very raw song. But before I give my take, what'd you think of the latest single from Megadeth, "I Don't Care"?
Exactly what you just said. It was very, very punkish. Bit different from Megadeth. A very different vibe from Megadeth, which I actually like because it's their last album, so it kind of sounds like they're experimenting with a little bit more. It's a little late, but they are. But I dug it. It was definitely different. I'm curious to see what else is on the album now.
Yeah, I agree. It was a very different song than we're used to Megadeth putting out. I dug the overall tone of it, though. It's very pissed off Mustaine, and a pissed off
Mhm.
Mustaine is always a good song when Mustaine writes that way.
Yep.
And yeah, dude, that latest Megadeth single, "I Don't Care," is really good too. Two strong singles coming off of this new album, man. And I can't wait, like you said, to hear what the rest of the album has to offer. But I think we're in store for a very strong album from beginning to end. I have a feeling.
Yeah, man, we got basically a month until the album's fucking out, so not much time ahead of us at all. It's gonna be
Yep,
here
it'll
before
be
you
the
know it.
last ever. And you bet your ass out there that we will cover it right here on this program from front to back, start to finish. We will cover Megadeth's latest and last album once that drops, and can't wait to do that. Bittersweet, but can't wait to do it. All right, Willie, with that little business out of the way, are you ready to jump into Amon Amarth?
I'm ready, bro. I cannot wait.
Hell yeah, dude. And in case any of you out there haven't already heard, Amon Amarth is coming back to the States and they are touring with Death Clock. And I, for one, am probably going to get my tickets when this show is over. I've seen Amon Amarth a handful of times, never seen Death Clock, so that should be interesting. Willie, is that tour headed towards your neck of the woods?
It's skipping over Dallas. It goes down to San Antonio, I do believe, but they drive right past us and up to Oklahoma. So I might go up to the Oklahoma show. We'll see.
Fuck yeah, dude. It's going to be a great show, dude. I mean, Amon Amarth doesn't disappoint. Haven't seen Death Clock, but I'm sure they don't disappoint either. Obviously, Death Clock is fucking hilarious, but they put
Yeah.
out damn good music. But yeah, so Amon Amarth is on the tour of the States next year, and what better way to kick off a career retrospect than to talk about Amon Amarth right here on the program? We are going to kick it off with their debut album, came out in February of 1998. We are talking about Once Sent from the Golden Hall, the debut album from Amon Amarth. And also interesting, Willie, did you know that this was the first and only album to feature Martin Lopez on drums, who went on to do Opeth after this album?
I did know that, and you could definitely tell as the albums progressed that his style was definitely different.
Yep. And this album and the two albums that follow after this that we will cover right now was actually produced by Peter Tatrin of fucking Hypocrisy. And you can definitely hear that's one of the main things that we'll get into discussion with is the guitar tone on these
Yep.
albums, especially the first two, is definitely very hypocrisy-ish.
Yeah.
When talking about like that background echo feed, and we'll get into all that as we break down track by track. But yeah, so the only album to feature Martin Lopez, who went on to do Opeth afterwards, and the one of first of three albums that Peter from Hypocrisy was the producer on. So let's jump right into it,
Um,
Willie.
Real quick, Nick,
We got
I wanna dissect it in our eye first. Before we get into it, I want to ask you, when was the first time that you heard Amon Amarth, and what does this band mean to you? Before
holy
we
shit.
before we jump into it, I want to get a little bit more personal.
That's a really good question, dude. I think I first discovered Amon Amarth. That wasn't around the time that this album or even their first three albums came out. I got into Amon Amarth a little bit later into their discography. I want to say probably it was definitely early 2000s, probably 2001, 2002 ish. I want to say. So not too long after this, couple of albums got released. But I've actually discovered them back when they used to release record companies used to release compilation DVDs.
Mm.
I happened to stumble across a video of theirs. I can't remember for which song it was. It wasn't Pursuit of the Vikings. It was something else. But I came across a video, and then I heard Johan, the singer, talking about how hard it was for metal bands back then to make a living and to get an audience. And they were playing like smaller clubs and shit. Now they're playing arenas and shit with Pantera. Imagine that. But yeah, man, it was early 2000s that I discovered Amon Amarth, and it was on a compilation DVD that I happened to
Mm.
come across them, and then from then on, I was hooked. What about you?
Interesting, very interesting. Mine was just like every other extreme metal band. I really got into it before freshman year. That was like the summer of my fucking. I grew up, right? But yeah, before freshman year, I got into Amon Amarth, and I think the first song I heard was "Pursuit of Vikings." It was either that song or some other song, and yeah, just like you, man, immediately hooked. And I can safely say now that I know that Amon Amarth is probably my second favorite band of all time,
Behind Megadeth?
behind Megadeth. Yep.
Really? That's putting them on the Marth pretty high up on that list there, brother.
Yeah, man. I mean, after going track by track, I've done it in the past, of course, but like doing it for this episode and kind of dissecting it more, I'm like, yeah, dude, has to be number two for me.
Yeah.
Has to be. Yep.
Yeah, Monomarth is definitely on that list for me too. It's very hard for me to like have like one band to be like above all the others because I'm more of like
Yeah.
a by genre type of like
Right.
ranker.
Yeah.
So when it comes to like death metal or melodic death metal, Monomarth is definitely probably, if not, they would definitely be probably top five.
Yeah.
Um, maybe, well, yeah, probably top five. But yeah, dude, overall, I mean, if you're a fan of extreme metal or just metal in general, and Amon Amarth isn't one of your favorites, you're doing yourself a disservice, in my
You
opinion,
are.
because they are that fucking good.
Yep. Yep.
All right, breaking down the debut album, Once Sent from the Golden Hall, Willie. Track number one, Ride for Vengeance. What you got?
So this fucking song, man. This is their first song on the album, first song of Amon Amarth, and they came out fucking swinging, man. It's a great opening song. It tells you what the band is about. The riffs are fast and epic, just like you would expect from Amon Amarth. Chorus is catchy, and one thing that stood out, one thing that stands out about the first two, three albums of them is their solos. They're not known for solos, but they have a lot of solos in these beginning albums, which I fucking love. And this song is noted. This song has like a 30-second solo, which is kind of long for them. So I dug it. I dug it a lot.
Yeah, they definitely the first two albums I want to say for sure were a lot more sped up than we're used to with Amon Amarth because they are definitely more
Mm-hmm.
melodic than they are anything else, which is a nice change of pace because 9 times out of 10 all the other bands out there are just straight fast in your face. Which don't get me wrong, I like, but it's nice to have like
Right.
that offset. You know what I mean? That's definitely Amon Amarth.
Yeah.
Some of the notes that I had written down for this song here was that the guitar was decent. I really liked the flow. The vocals were good. It's not a bad opener. Anybody who's stuck around this podcast for a while knows that I'm a stickler for having a strong opener and a closer on an album. This
Yep.
was definitely a good opener. Um, you can definitely hear the rawness in Amon Amarth. They haven't quite found their footing yet. They haven't
Mm-hmm.
found their stride yet. You know what I mean? They're still, they're in their infancy. Obviously, this is their debut
Yep.
album, so they're still trying to find their footing in the direction that they would go eventually, and that they
Right.
are on now. But definitely the rawness of the vocals, dude. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
he's not as guttural as he is in later albums. It's
Nope.
more of like not high pitched growls, but it's almost like blackened death metal in a way, dude.
He's screaming, bro. He's out there yelling. He really is.
It's crazy that when you go back and listen to some of these older Amon Amarth songs, how different they really are, compared to what we know Amon Amarth to be now.
Yep.
But that's why we do these shows, man. Is let's go back and look at the career of these bands and see how they progressed. You know what I mean? Track number two, we have the Dragon's Flight Across the Waves. What you think, Willie?
The banging fucking riff this song has, and exactly what you said on the last song, I wrote down exactly the same. The vocals on this song is very raw and very high. It's a high pitched scream, and I don't I didn't realize going because I've listened to this album countless times, but like listening to it in like a row, I'm like, dude, his vocals definitely fucking changed, and you don't realize that if you listen to like one song, right? But if you listen to like a song back to back, you're like, holy shit, dude, his vocals are high as fuck. But yeah,
Yeah.
this song definitely, I was like, damn, dude, he's hitting some range with those screams.
Yeah, he is for sure. Some of the notes that I have on it is there was a very nice guitar solo at the end of this song. I love the rhythm of this
Yep.
particular song, how it just from start to finish, it just continues on like this path. You know what I mean? It's a very nice like rhythm throughout the entire song. It doesn't like start or stop. It's just like continuous.
Yeah.
And again, the vocals, I couldn't agree with you more. More on the high pitched side, definitely raw, definitely aggressive, for sure. But yeah, man, another good song, dude. Like back to back, one and two, right off the bat of their debut album, not bad at all.
Yep.
Track three, we've got Without Fear. What you think?
Dude, the opening riff just melts your fucking face. It's almost like a black metal riff too. Um, this song is just fucking epic, and again, the vocals are super high pitched. It's just a great song to bang your head to, man. It
Yep.
is. It's a fun
Yep.
song.
Raw vocals. The guitar work is phenomenal in this song, or yeah,
Yep.
in this song. Um, it makes you feel like you're actually going into battle when you're
Yeah.
hearing this song. You know what I mean? It's like you're picking up your sword, you're picking up your shield, you're putting on your helmet, and you're getting in there and fucking some shit up. Which I really dug.
Yeah.
And a very good song overall, I think, is what I put down on my notes here. Track four, we've got Victorious March. What you think?
All right, got a hot take for you, Nick.
Uh oh.
So this song, "Victorious March," in my opinion, is one of the greatest metal songs ever written.
Okay.
This
Okay.
song, from start to finish, does not miss a fucking beat. The changes in the riffs has to be like the best transition that they have ever done, and in my opinion, I think this is a perfect song.
So for me on this song, Victorious March, I put that first of all, I put number one, badass. This song is bad fucking ass. Um, you could definitely feel in this particular song on this particular album where Amon Amarth was going to go later on.
Yes.
That's another note that I had written down. Great energy to this song. And the very last note that I wrote on this one was fucking epic.
There you go.
It's a fucking epic song, dude. I haven't listened to this album. I haven't listened to these first three albums in years, dude. I mean,
Mm,
years.
yeah.
And when I went back over the last couple of days and went back and listened to these albums, I forgot how like different sounding Amon Amarth was in the early days.
Hmm.
But dude, like this song is fucking epic, and this
Yeah.
really hit me hard. Knowing what Amon Amarth is now and how they perform their songs now, I was like, okay, here's
Yep.
a glimpse into the future of Amon Amarth.
Right. Yep. Could not agree with you anymore. Probably a spoiler, but I think this might be my favorite Amon Amarth song of all time.
Damn,
Actually. Yep.
damn, that's
That, I
okay.
don't know what it is. I love this song that fucking much, and it is an 8 minute song. It doesn't feel like it's a 8 minute song.
No, it doesn't. And you know me, my songs on how long they are. This didn't
Yep.
feel like an 8 minute song. As a matter of fact, I was driving my truck down one of these shit fucking roads here in Vegas, and fucking I got this song cranked, dude. I totally forgot that I was in this fucking shithole driving in these fucking shit streets and just fucking like, you know, thinking of how epic of a fucking song this was. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I agree, dude. This song is fucking amazing. And if you haven't already heard the song out there, to all of you in the audience, fucking go out of your way to listen to this song. I agree
Please.
100%.
Please.
All right, after that, we got track number 5, which is Friends of the Sun Cross. Willie?
Man, there's so many melodies in this fucking song. This song takes you on a journey too.
Yep.
And it leaves you wanting fucking more. I think it's a perfect song after Victorious March. It's like I don't think you could find a more perfect song to lead after fucking Victorious March. This was a very good journey. I liked it a lot.
There's definitely a great riff in this song. The energy is fucking off the chains. And when we do it, like, after we do track by track and we go and we talk about the album itself as a whole,
Yeah.
I'll go into more of this in detail, but the drummer, Martin Lopez on the song, drummed his fucking ass off, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's fucking holy shit is he drumming his ass off on this
Yep.
song.
He
Uh
is.
but yeah, man, great riff, great energy. Drummer is drumming his ass off, and I agree, dude. It was a perfect song to come right after that fucking epic one that we just had before this one.
Yep.
Track 6, we're coming over here to Abandon. Willie, please don't abandon me and tell me what you think.
So this was actually my favorite Amon Amarth song for the longest time. Um,
You really like this album, don't you?
I do. I like this album a lot. The riffs are definitely emotional,
Mm-hmm.
and it changes frequently to a different vibe, and then it kind of blends all into one.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know who was the fucking main writer for this fucking song, but whoever came up with the fucking transitions for this one really
Mm-hmm.
fucking sold me on it. Really fucking sold me.
Yeah. Speaking of the riffs in this song in particular remind me a lot of black metal.
That's
It
exactly what I wrote too.
Yep,
Yep.
it definitely has a black metal vibe to it. It was almost as if like they were teetering on being a solely a death metal band, but with like a black metal influence, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And you can definitely tell that they were like, I don't know if it was Peter from Hypocrisy, like fucking around with it a little
Right.
bit. You know what I mean? Say, hey, maybe tweak this, tweak that, or if it was them
Yeah.
themselves who did it. But I found on this album in particular, more so than the next two that we're going to talk about, that there was a lot of like black metal ish
Yep.
elements to these songs. Not necessarily saying it's straight up black metal, but like you can hear like an influence of black metal.
Yeah, you can, and I think that's one reason why I love it so much because the melodies were drawn out like a metal song, and I
Hmm.
really love that. But it kind of had a different twist with that Viking part of it, and the fucking drumming again was amazing in this song as well.
Yep, I agree with you 100%. Track number 7, we have the title track of, well, not title track, but the title of the fucking band, Amon Amarth, coming in at track 7. What'd you think?
I think this is a great song to self-title your song and band with. It was slower for the album. It started out slower, and then it kind of progressed into like this epic journey. And when you have a band called Amon Amarth, which is taken from Tolkien, which means
Hmm.
Mount Doom, you got to have an epic fucking song for that. And I think they really nailed it.
It's funny that you say that, Willie, because on my notes, and I thought it was going to be a hot take from my end, but I put it was an okay song, second half was definitely better. And as
Yeah.
you just said, the second half is when it picked up, of
Yep.
this song. And I am in 100% agreement with you. Um, I understand, like the whole journey element of this song. And it was
Yeah.
definitely a slower pace compared to the rest of the album. But for me, it was just an okay song. I definitely like the
Yeah.
second half better than the first half.
Right. Yep. Yep. I think this song also foreshadows the future style too more because
In a
the
way, it does.
future style had it was a bit slower,
Yeah.
and I think this song definitely foreshadowed that.
Yeah. And I am, for one, a huge fan of like groove metal.
Yeah.
As you break your fucking desk. But I am definitely a huge fan of groove metal, and I like it when Amon Amarth took that and they ran with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At a time when a lot of the death metal bands out there were still doing blast beats and fucking da 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 da, these guys slowed it down a half step and
Yep.
fucking had more of like that melody to it, without fucking like going overboard and being cheesy. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I think
Yep.
Amon Amarth does it perfect. I think Amon Amarth does groove metal better than anybody else. Groove death metal than anybody else.
Ooh, that's a hot take right there.
Yeah, it is a hot take, and I'll stand on that fucking hill.
Okay.
Um, Track 8, we got the closing track of the album, and this is the title track of the album. Once Sent from the Golden Hall. What you think?
It's a great fun closer to this album. Lots of energy, aggression, and it definitely leaves you wanting a second album.
Agreed. I couldn't have said it better myself. Great energy, and in my opinion, it was a perfect closer to the album.
Yep.
You had both a strong opener, strong closer. They both came out rocking and rolling, banging your head and wanting you to pick up a sword and shield, and you can't ask for anything more than that. So I
Nope.
definitely agree that it was a very nice closer. But yeah, fucking Amon Amarth's debut album, dude. From a perspective of where we know they are at now and how they've progressed, what's your overall feeling of this album before we get into our favorite and least favorite tracks?
Um. So I know we haven't talked about the next two albums, which are pretty similar in the sounds. But I think this era of Amon Amarth is my favorite. So for me, the feeling of this album is like a 10 out of fucking 10, dude. I fucking love this album a lot.
Okay, okay, that's interesting. Um, some of the notes that I have for this album as an overall is I do wish the drums were a little bit more pronounced. They kind of feel like
Mm,
hidden off into the background a little bit. It's
yeah,
hard to like tell out like when a snare hits or when a kick hits.
yeah,
And I attribute a lot of that to Peter from Hypocrisy because a lot of Hypocrisy songs are like that too. Like it's
yeah.
more guitar driven than it is,
Mm-hmm.
the complete whole band. Not saying it's a bad or a good thing. I just wish that the drums were more pronounced like they are in later Amon Amarth albums.
Yeah.
Because I think the drummer for Amon Amarth, whoever it may be, whether it's Martin or the next guys, I think are just as important to
Mm-hmm.
the guitars as they are to Johann's voice, is because it drives the fucking melody, it drives the groove of the song, and I think that the drums should have been more pronounced, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Um, Something that we talked about earlier, and the same thing goes for second album that we're going to get into in a second. The guitar tone and the echo of it in the background, it's kind of sometimes it's almost distracting. And same thing
Mm,
was on the second album too. It was like that tone, and again, it's like a hypocrisy type tone. It was almost too much at certain points to where it was hard to make out the riff is in its entirety because all you heard
yeah.
was that fucking background fucking sound that
Yeah.
Peter's known for, and that kind of bothered me a little bit. That's more
Yeah.
nitpicking than anything else. But I listened to this album both with headphones and without headphones. And with headphones, oh my god, dude, like you can really hear the fucking
Yeah.
the echo of it. I was not a big fan of that.
It's
Um,
funny because that it sounds like it was recorded in a golden hall. It sounds like it was in a hall. Like it was a lot of echoes.
yeah,
And I get what you're saying, not to be fucking cheesy, but it does sound like it was recorded in a golden hall.
yeah. I mean, who knows? It could have been. Favorite track?
Obviously, my favorite track on this record is Victorious March.
That's funny because I have Without Fear as my favorite
Hmm.
track on this album, but I did
Interesting.
also have Victorious March as a check mark too.
Yeah.
Um, and least favorite on this
Oh
album.
man, it's a hard one to choose. I think just because it's not as memorable as the others, not because it's bad, but I think track two, The Dragon's Flight, Across the Waves is my least favorite on the record.
Okay, interesting. For me, I've got the actual Amon Amarth song as my least favorite
Hmm.
on this one, just because
Okay,
the second half, in my opinion, was a lot more better than the fucking
that makes sense.
rest of the album. But yeah, overall, one step from the Golden Hall. It was a great debut record overall, in my opinion.
And we talk a lot about debut albums on this channel, on this show, and this one definitely is a great debut album.
Yep, agreed 100%. Um, let's move over to the second album.
Let's do
We've
it.
got the Avenger coming up. But before we get into that, ladies and gentlemen, we are back and we're so happy to be back right here on the airwaves with all of you out there. Please follow us on all of our social media channels, whether it's YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, X, wherever you happen to be. Please do us all a favor. Like, subscribe, share, follow, do it all, please. Everything is free. We're asking you for no money. It helps us out on our end here to get the show out to everybody out there that's a hard rock, heavy metal fan, or just a music fan in general. So please do us a favor and share all of our social medias, whether you're watching us on YouTube, listening to us, and watching us on Spotify, whatever it is. Please do us a favor, hit that like button, hit that follow button, and hit that share button. We do very much appreciate all of you out there. All right, Willie, on to the second album of Amon Amarth's beginnings here. We're talking about the Avenger, and this was the lineup, the classic lineup until 2015 that brought us all the great Amon Amarth albums up until 2015, gave us all the memories, and in my opinion was probably so far the best lineup of Amon Amarth. What do you think?
I 100% agree. I think once this lineup dismembered, we'll get to that in the later episodes, but this is definitely the best lineup they've ever had.
Yep, I agree, dude. I agree completely. Like you can definitely start to hear now where Amon Amarth starts to progress a little bit into what we know them to be now.
Yep.
But kicking it off with track number one, coming in at 4 minutes and 31 seconds, we have "Bleed for Ancient Gods." What do you think?
Fucking epic, dude. Aggressive ass riff for the opening, and I want to point out the bass and the drums in this song, they work so fucking well
Mm-hmm.
together. It's right in your fucking face, and it's like beautifully matched. Like their timing, like they don't skip a fucking beat in this fucking song
Yep,
at
I
all.
agree. My notes here, I got energetic opening song. The riffs and vocals were fucking awesome in this song, and I agree too with the bass and the drums as well. A very punch in the face open man to an album, and
Yep.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I do too.
Second song, we have "The Last" with Pagan Blood coming in at 5 minutes and 39 seconds. What'd you think, Willie?
Man, fucking an epic saga this fucking song was, and it's a bang your head song, dude. Like you can't help but to bang your head to this fucking song, and I think it's a great fucking number two. Great number two.
Yeah, it's got a decent pace to it, decent nice pace of the song. I do agree with you that it's a good 1 and 2 punch, 1-2 combo. You know,
Mm-hmm.
right off the bat with this album.
Yep.
I don't think that they could have done anything better than that. I think that it definitely shows you that when it comes to their second album, that Amon Amarth is here and they mean business, and I
Yep.
think that this really showed that. Track three, we have the North Sea Storm, 4 minutes and 56 seconds. What'd you think?
Dude, this just feels like you're on a ship at sea. It really fucking does. You have the high notes in this song. The main riff, the main verse, I believe it is a very I think it might be their first like high chord verse and
Yeah,
riff
I can
that
hear
they
that.
that they've done, and it just sounds like a fucking you're at sea, dude. It really fucking does sound like you're at sea.
Um, I got a hot take.
Uh oh.
In my notes, I just have more of the same so far in this
Interesting.
song. Like
Okay.
one and two were good, and then three was just more of the same. And what I
Interesting.
mean
Okay.
by that is the song didn't bring anything new to the album that we hadn't already heard in the first two songs. You know what I mean? It's
Okay.
more like a continuation so far of what we've got going on. Not
Yeah.
saying it's a bad song at all.
Yeah.
Not saying that it's a terrible song. I'm just saying that, we come out strong with these 1, 2. What's a
Yep.
little bit something different? And we got more of the same flow, in my opinion, to this song. So hot take,
Yes.
maybe. I don't
Okay.
know. If you out
Okay.
there in the comments, let me know. I could be full of shit. Who knows? But yeah, track number three, more of the same as what I got on the notes. We have track four, the title track to the album. We have Avenger, 7 minutes and 11 seconds. Willie, holy shit!
Yes, it was. And I don't know if this is me being me, but I think this song again is probably one of the greatest heavy metal songs of all time. The opening riff is fucking epic as fuck, and
I
it's
got that in my
just
notes right here.
it's so fucking good, dude. And then they tease it because they don't play it throughout the entire song. They bring it back like midway, and you're like, oh shit, it's back, it's fucking back, and you fucking yearn for it, like you can't not wait for it to fucking come. And I think this song is a fucking masterpiece, honestly.
Yep, I do too. In my fucking notes here, I've got epic title tracks, the guitars, vocals, drums. What more can be said? It was a very fucking good song. And again,
Yep.
7 minutes and 11 seconds didn't feel like a 7 minute and 11 second song.
Nope. Nope. I can't play it. I completely agree with you.
Track five, we've got God, His Son, and Holy Whore. Holy shit! What do you think, Willie?
This is fast as fuck, dude. It's another banger on the album. In my notes, I definitely had to mention the fucking drumming. The drumming in the song does not stop.
Yep.
It does not fucking stop.
Yeah, my notes, I've got brutal and aggressive as a motherfucker, is what
Yep.
this song is. This is a song that I would love to hear them play live. I want to
Yep.
get my old ass, I want to get in that pit, probably break a fucking hip, but I want to get in the pit when
Probably.
this song comes on. Fuck you. But dude, this song is so goddamn brutal, so fucking aggressive, and I
It
love it. I
is.
love this fucking song.
Yep. Yep. It's a great fucking towards the ending of the album song.
Track six, we've got Metal Wrath. 3 minutes and 56 or 3 minutes 50 seconds. Fuck if I can talk. What'd you think, Willie?
It's the shortest song on the album, and it just starts immediately, dude. The chorus is epic. It's just a fast, quicker song off the album, and I think Johan's vocals really stood out in this song too.
It did, and on my notes I have aggressive as well. Just same thing as track five. At the beginning when he's yelling out "Metal Wrath" at the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, dude, you know. But then the fucking shit kicks in, and it's a really good song, aggressive as
Yeah.
fuck. Another fun song on this
Yep.
fucking album. Track seven, we're gonna close it off with "Legend of a Banished Man" at 6 minutes and 5 seconds. What you think?
Man, it's a groovy chugging fucking song. I from my take, I got like a little more like kind of like the first album. It was a black and metal style riff at the end,
Mm-hmm.
which I enjoyed a lot. I thought it was a good epic closer for this album, especially coming after fucking track 5 and 6, where it was right there in front of your face, and it takes it back to this more of a longer set song to close it out with.
Yep. I agree. It's another good closer. They had a really good opener, really good closer. It's back-to-back albums that they didn't disappoint on. Um, it was a banger of a song and overall a banger of an album from start to finish. Definitely a progression to a point from the first album, but definitely another good album, another good outing by Amon Amarth. What's your overall take of the album?
I dug it a lot. I think it was a good sequel to their debut. It feels like they did not miss a beat, and you could see a bit more of a a glow up, I guess you could say. Just a little bit. There's just a hint that they got more comfortable, and they're like, oh shit, that first album was pretty damn good. Let's keep it going, and they kept it going. And there was only 7 tracks on this fucking album, and that's all they fucking needed. That's all they needed.
Yep, I agree. Another really good overall album from Amon Amarth. Nothing groundbreaking, but still a really good album from
Hmm.
them. And I mean, back to back bangers, bro, of albums. It's hard to do, especially I wouldn't say more back then because like now just there's so many new bands that are just putting out trash in my opinion. But
Yeah.
back when they were starting to do their thing, dude, like metal was on a low point at this time. You
Yep.
know, in the late '90s, metal wasn't as big as it was, like say in the fucking late to mid '80s, mid to
Hmm.
late '80s and early '90s, and then definitely more of an upswing of metal that it is now. But yeah, when these albums first came out, the metal was not the forefront like it is trying to be again. You know what I mean?
No, not at all. And I think power metal really took off at this time too.
Mm-hmm.
And I think death metal kind of took a back seat. And but
Yep.
they kept it going, man.
Both death metal and thrash metal kind of took a back seat because if you remember in the mid 90s, fucking Testament switched from doing thrash over to death metal for a couple of albums
Yep.
and then went back to doing thrash. So it was definitely like, and then you had Slayer putting out that Diabolus and Musica in 1998
Mm-hmm.
too. That was kind of like a weird experimental album. So yeah, definitely metal was like on this weird influx, man. But then you have these fucking powerhouses from Sweden coming over with their own brand of death metal, dude, and Swift
Yep.
kicking the ass to all of us, dude. Much
Yes,
appreciated.
sir.
All right, now we're on to the final album of this episode. We are on album number 3. We are on The Crusher. And I don't normally do this, Willie, but I'm going to do it anyway because I feel so strongly about it. I'm going to tell you my overall
Mm-hmm.
before we even get into the track by track because I
Okay.
want to say that this album is a near perfect album in my opinion. This is up there with one of my all-time favorite Amon Amarth albums. This fucking album needs to be in the Smithsonian on how to do groove fucking death metal, dude. I absolutely adore this fucking album from start to finish.
I like it. I have no complaints of everything you just said at all.
Released May 8th of 2001. We got track number 1. We have Bastards of a Lying Breed. Willie, what'd you think?
Now we're kind of getting into a different sound to Amon Amarth.
This is where Amon Amarth was going to go. This is the beginnings of it.
I say it was definitely the start of something new.
Yep.
I think this album definitely was a bit of a standalone album because
Yes.
the previous album didn't sound like it, and then the next album doesn't sound like it. And I think this album was definitely a transition album, and I think it was for the best.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this song, the opening song, is an aggressive ass start to this fucking album, and I think that's all you need to know for this fucking song because this is a great fucking song.
Yes, it was. Bastards of a Lying Breed. I've got a great opener. Love the fucking riff in this song, too, dude. It
Yep.
is fucking amazing. Um, I can't say anything like negative about this song whatsoever, dude. It was so fucking good.
Yep.
We have track 2, Masters of War. What do you think?
It's a classic Amon Amarth song, bro. I mean, this is definitely one of their biggies in my opinion, and it's a fun riff to listen to. Lots of elements in the song, and everyone's parts go so great together in this damn song.
Yep. I've got on this one that right out of the gate, it was just holy shit, this fucking song. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? The fucking chugging riff in this song, it was just a perfect fucking song, dude. Like, when I put this motherfucker on, and I listened to this album earlier today again, just to refine everything, and I was like, God damn, dude, this fucking song is just
Yep.
so fucking good, dude.
Yep.
Masters of War, man, like holds up to the title, dude. It is a master fucking track in my opinion, dude. Um, this is what I had been waiting from Amon Amarth was this track from the first
Yeah.
2 albums up until right now on this album. This
Yeah.
is the Amon Amarth that I was waiting for on this song right here, dude.
Yeah.
This one touched me in my special places. Yeah,
There you
it
go
did.
again, Nick. Wrong fucking podcast,
I'm
bro.
just
Every
saying, dude.
show.
I'm
All
just
right.
saying, bro. Okay, I've got special places and it touched me. Okay, all I'm saying.
Anyways, please move on. Please move on.
Track 3, you fuck. We have the sound of 8 hooves. What do you think?
Definitely sounds like it. Badass start to the song. Great riff for the name of the song. This is exactly what I wrote down. Great riff for the name of the song. What you expect it to be. It is definitely put this as number 3. Is like, damn, what else is coming next? You know?
Yeah, I agree. My notes, I got another banger. The fucking groove to this song was fucking awesome. It keeps you along on this fucking journey of this fucking masterpiece of an album, in my opinion. Track 4, Risen from the Sea. What do you got?
So in my notes, actually, this reminded me a lot of their debut album.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, I would expect this song to be on the first album. And not to say that it's bad, it's fucking amazing. It's an amazing song, but it sounds more of the debut album, in my opinion.
Yep, agreed. In my notes, I got holy shit. Again, this album just gets better. is
Mm-hmm.
what I put on for this song, dude. I mean, it's just one banger after another, after another, after another, dude.
Yep.
It's like, holy shit, I'm on a Amarth. You know, it's like, can I sit down and breathe a little bit? No, boy, get your ass up and continue on, dude. And I fucking love it, man.
Yep.
Track 5, we have As Long as a Raven Flies. What do you think?
Again, another song that foreshadows the direction that Amon Amarth is going. Um, I mean, it's an epic transition song. The guitars are amazing, and it definitely sounds like something that it could be on the next two, three albums.
Yep, agreed. The riff is insane. The fucking pacing of the song is fucking incredible. And I agree with you that we are starting to see what Amon Amarth is going to transition into later on.
Yep.
Definitely another fucking great song, dude. Track 6, A Fury Divine. What do you think?
Man, the vocals in this song is fucking intense as fuck.
Yep,
Fast fucking song. It's a great song for the middle of the album.
yep. I got continues the album's flow, which is great. Nothing wrong with that. And just another fucking banger of a fucking song, dude.
Yep.
Track 7, we have Annihilation of Hammerfest.
What a fun fucking song
Yes, it
this
is.
one is, dude. Man, groovy and easy to bang your head to. The chorus is fucking fun. You can just fucking hum it. It's a and for track 7, usually this is like one of their like usually track 7 in any band's album is kind of like one of those songs like let's just throw it in there. But no, this track 7 definitely fucking delivered.
Yep. The only notes that I have for track 7 is one sentence, bro. And I just put, "What more can you say?"
Pretty much.
Like that's it. What more can you say? Just go fucking
Pretty
listen to the
much.
song. What more can you
Yep.
say?
Yep.
Track 8. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce this fucking shit. We have the fall through Gin the Gup Ginu Nun Gap. Yeah,
Yep.
that song. Track 8. What do you think?
Yep. Classic Amon Amarth song does not stop. The middle part is a bit different. It
Yeah.
slows down to like a doom type thing going on, which
hmm
that was unique. But again, another banger.
Yeah. It took me a minute to get into this one. This was the only song on the album that I was like, yeah, come on, come on. It took me a minute to get
Yeah,
into, but once I did get into it, it was great. It definitely was a different song from the rest of the album.
yeah,
But it took me a minute, but once I got into it, it was a fucking another good song, dude.
yep.
We have track number 9, closing it out on this record. We have Releasing Searcher's Fire. What do you think?
Fuck, man, this is a mosh pit song through
Yes.
and through. As soon as it starts, no room for interpretation in this song, man. It just the solo's aggressive too, and this is the closer. Which, holy shit, this is the
Yep.
closer. It's a great
Yep.
little closer. Great song.
I agree, dude. This was an unrelenting song. It never fucking stops.
Yep.
From the time the song kicks on till the time it goes off, dude. Holy shit.
Yep.
It is punishing and pummeling you all for the good. All for the good. But yeah, dude, this song is fucking amazing. A great fucking closer, dude, to a fucking
Yep.
album. This album, dude, it needs to be like framed on a fucking wall somewhere, dude. That's how good of a fucking album this is to me, man.
So your love for this album, I'm gonna say the next episode, I'm gonna share the same love that you have for this album for a different album.
Okay, interesting. Can't wait for that one. Can't wait
Yep.
for that one.
Yep.
Overall opinion on this one, Willie?
It's a banger. It is a great number 3 album. Definitely found their groove. Definitely can see where they're going. And I think if they would have stuck to like this style throughout their entire career, I would put fucking made up an Amon Amarth would be tied with like number 1 if their sound continued to sound like this to now. But
Right.
it's a great fucking album, man.
I agree. This was definitely my favorite of the first 3 albums. This to me, like I said earlier, is a masterpiece of an album. I cannot go wrong with this album. And out the first 3 Amon Amarth albums, this is the one that I would go back to and listen to again out of the
Yep.
3.
Yep.
Favorite song on the album?
Oh man, favorite song on this album. This one was a little bit hard for me to find my favorite, honestly. If I had to pick one, I would use fuck man, might be Masters of War.
Yeah, for me, as soon as track 1 hit, I'm like, oh my god, this is my favorite song already.
I
And then as soon as
know.
track 2 hits, I'm like, oh my god, this is my favorite song of the album. And I think I'm gonna have to agree with you. Masters of War is my favorite song on this record, and with the close
Yep.
second being number 1.
Yeah, same.
Least favorite.
We're probably gonna share this. It's gonna be track 8, The Fall through Ginin Kakakapam. That one.
Yep, yep, yep. Beat
Yeah.
Me Bop. Yep, that one. I agree
Yep.
100% too. Like I said in the notes, it took me a minute to get into it. And with that, the reason for that is why it's my least favorite track on the album.
Yeah.
All right, Willie. Out of the first three albums, which one's your favorite cover?
Favorite cover art. Let's see what we got, man. I mean, the Crusher's fucking epic. Avenger is simple. And then the debut album, of course, it just looks like what the fuck is that, dude? But I think the Crusher takes it.
I agree with you. The Crusher is definitely my favorite artwork of the first three albums. It was the one
Yeah.
that was in the most detail. And if you were looking, so few albums, if you look at the album cover, you know what you're in for with the music. And I think this one like exemplified that perfectly, dude. Like if you were looking at the
Yeah.
cover and the name of the album was The Crusher, this fucking album
Yeah.
crushed, dude. So 100%. So I agree
Yep.
with you that this was the best album cover of the three.
Yep.
All right, dude. Well, that puts a bookend on the fucking first of four episodes of Amon Amarth's
Yeah.
discography. What are you looking forward to in the next three albums, dude?
Before we get to that, what's your obviously you I already know the answer, but for the audience, between these three albums, which one is your favorite?
If I didn't say it already, it was this one, Crusher,
Yeah.
for
Yep.
sure. What about you?
I have to go with the debut one sent from the Golden Hall.
Okay, okay.
This one was a very close second though.
That's kind of weird to me too because I've always taken you more of like of a melodic fan over ba 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 ba. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And to me,
Yeah.
Once from the Golden Hall is fucking ba 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 more than
Yeah.
it is melodic. So that's
I can
very
see that.
interesting to me. And I
Yeah.
thought, and I told you before we went on air, that I think you and I share the similar views. I thought for
Mm-hmm.
sure both of us were going to have the Crusher as our favorite of the first three.
Interesting. Interesting.
Hmm.
Close. It was very, very close. It was.
Definitely, dude. I would go this album, then one, and then the second album for me. That's how I would rank these albums.
Yeah. Same. Same. Hell
So,
yeah,
what are you
man.
looking forward to in the next episode with the next three albums? Just like a little peek.
A little peek, like I just mentioned, my the love that you share for the Crusher, in the next episode, I share the same for a particular album on that one, and I can't wait, man. I think the next episode is going to be amazing. We have Versus the World 2002, we have Fate of Norm 2004, and then with Odin on our side at 2006. And man, those there's so many fucking banger songs on those records. So
Yep.
yeah, I'm looking forward to discussing that with you.
I agree, dude. I can't wait for it, man. I can't wait to fucking hear our takes on the next three albums of Amon Amarth's career because I think, in my opinion, they are very strong next three albums that we got coming up. And
Yep.
we want to hear from you out there, ladies and gentlemen. What'd you think of this episode? Did you agree? Did you disagree? Which of these first three albums from Amon Amarth was your favorite? Or which was your least favorite? Favorite songs, favorite cover artwork? Let us know below in the comments. Let us know what you thought of this episode and what you think of the first three Amon Amarth albums. We do read every single comment that comes through, and we appreciate you guys engaging with us. YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, X. You can find us. Riffs Reloaded is the name of the show. Please do us a favor, like, share, follow, comment, all that good happy horse shit. And if you happen to know Amon Amarth, show them this fucking episode because we love us some fucking Amon Amarth, man. And I will be front and center here in Las Vegas when they come through next year with fucking Death Clock. Can't fucking wait for it. Willie, what a show, man.
What a show! And I'm just happy we got together to do the show, and I can't wait for the next three episodes and to continue our little journey of Amon Amarth.
Fuck yes, and I guarantee you folks, it's going to happen sooner than later. We do apologize for taking a little bit of a break, but shit, life happens sometimes, man. Shit comes up. But we are here. We are back for you, the fucking audience. So do us a favor, stay heavy, and thank you so much for sticking with us. Peace out, y'all.
Peace out.